Grandma appeared in the girl's dream and told her that a box of gold was buried under the old tree at their hometown. After waking up, the girl told her parents about this. Without a second thought, her father rushed to dig. In the end, he unearthed a trunk full of a white powder. Officers lying in wait nearby mistook him for a drug dealer and arrested him on the spot. The girl was shocked. She couldn't understand why Grandma kept lying to her in dreams. Just half a year earlier, Grandma had told her in a dream that a locust plague was coming in autumn. She urged the girl to harvest the wheat, irrigate the fields, and raise fish. Persuaded by their daughter, the parents obeyed. But what followed was a severe, unprecedented drought. Not only did all the fish fry die, but the family was also saddled with a mountain of debt. Just as the family was at their wits' end, Grandma visited the girl's dream once more. She whispered about the box of gold under the old tree, and that led to the scene we saw at the beginning. Watching her father being taken to jail, her mother, overwhelmed with distress, soon suffered a heart attack. Just as the girl saw no way out, Grandma appeared in her dream for the third time. She told the girl to find Dr. Lee immediately. Only she could save her mother. Without hesitation, the girl found Dr. Lee, who was treating a car crash victim. The girl desperately dragged her away to operate on her mother. In the end, not only did her mother die, but the crash victim also missed his critical treatment window. That victim was her boyfriend. The boyfriend's mother blamed the girl for her son's death. In a fit of rage, she stabbed the girl to death. With her dying breath, the girl couldn't comprehend. Why would her grandmother, who loved her the most, repeatedly? When the girl opened her eyes again, she found herself reborn, 6 months in the past, on the very day she first dreamt of her grandmother. Just then, her parents burst into the room, frantic. They said rumors of a locust plague were spreading through the village. They couldn't decide what to do, so they asked the girl if they should flood the fields for fish farming. The girl refused without a moment's hesitation. She urged her parents not to listen to the village gossip. This time, she would not let them repeat the past's catastrophe. Still, to be safe, she bought pesticide in advance and sprayed the fields. Under her diligent care, the crops flourished, leading to a bumper harvest a month later. The girl couldn't help but feel relieved. She hadn't heeded her grandmother's words, but her relief was short-lived. Early the next morning, her parents' distressed voices echoed outside. Following the sound to the fields, she found them swarming with locusts. Though her parents fought desperately to drive them away, they could only watch as the locusts devoured the entire harvest. The girl was utterly devastated. There was no locust plague in her past life. Why, now that she defied her grandmother's warning? Did the plague strike? With the girl's tuition due, her father swallowed his pride to borrow money from relatives. That night, her grandmother appeared in her dream again. She said a chest of gold was buried under the old tree at home, and told the girl to dig it up and sell it for cash. Haunted by her past failure, this time the girl didn't tell her parents. Instead, she went straight to the authorities to report it. She said someone had buried something under a tree in their yard. The next day, the officers quickly arrived at the girl's house with a box. The girl thought they had come to thank her for her contribution. But when they opened the box, it was filled with over a dozen gold bars. Before her father could even speak, the officers handcuffed him. It turned out the gold was from a bank robbery 15 years ago. They suspected the father was the robber. The girl desperately tried to defend him, but when she saw the guilt on his face, she froze. Under her questioning, her father tearfully confessed the truth about the gold. He said her grandfather had brought home a chest, hoping to better their lives. Only after opening it did her father realize what his father had done. But her mother was already pregnant. Fearing the family would be implicated, he hid it all. He did it all to protect her. And now, she had turned him in herself. Her mother rushed home upon hearing the news. After learning what happened, she was overcome with rage, had a heart attack, and collapsed. The girl frantically took her to the hospital. Once she saw the doctors take her mother, exhaustion overtook her, and she fainted. In a half-dream state, she saw her grandmother again. Find Dr. Lee, now, or it'll be too late. The words jolted her awake. Determined not to repeat her past mistakes, she called her boyfriend. Stay right where you are, don't move. This way, my boyfriend won't get into that car accident. Immediately after, I rushed to find Dr. Lee. After I pleaded with him, Dr. Lee quickly operated on my mother, because I got her there in time. The surgery was a complete success. Just when I thought I had finally rewritten the fate of my past life. The next moment, you murderer.